Fresh Start fam? Welcome back to my channel. My name is April and this is April's Fresh Start Budgets. Today it is Sip, Sip, Save, Coffee and Cash Stuffing, where we have our Saturday morning cash and we have our Saturday morning coffee, and we are going to put some money into some amazing savings challenges. So let's get started. Today I have my coffee. If you missed my Wednesday video, I was gifted by an amazing subscriber this April's Fresh Start travel mug, and look, on the back it says Sip, Sip, Save, Coffee and Cash Stuffing. Thank you so much to the amazing subscriber Catherine who sent me this. I absolutely love it. And of course, this is my now official Sip, Sip, Save coffee mug. So we will be stuffing our Saturday morning $300. We will be putting $150 into our emergency fund, and we will get started with that right now. So the way that we are doing our emergency fund is in two components. Number one, we have this bag of discs, and it has numbers on these discs. And these numbers are going to coordinate to the envelope in the 100 envelope challenge that I am going to fill in for the day. So last week we got started with 2 discs, and then if you saw my side hustle stuffing, we were able to do another 2. So let's go ahead and pull 2 more discs. First, I need to get out my calculator and add $150 to the calculator. And then let's pull our discs and see which 2 we are going to stuff today. All right, so we have 45 and 65. All right, so let's go ahead and we could either do 45 or 95, and we could do 65 or 15. So, let's go ahead and do, or we could do 45 and 15, or we could do 95 and 15. Well, we can't do 95 and 65. So let's do the 95 and the 15. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm not sure. I would like to think that my husband, when he gets some bonus checks, which he usually gets one like the first week of October, and then he usually gets another one in March. I'd like to think that we would be able to use a portion of his bonus checks to go to this, but I can't say for certain that we will be able to. So typically if I knew for certain that we were going to be able to use his bonus checks towards this, I would say we'll save some of the big numbers and do them then, but I don't know that we have that, so I can't say for sure. So this should be 110, so we're going to minus 95 minus 15. That leaves us $40. So yes, that's 110 that is going to go into this first envelope. So these discs, I keep calling them pogs, are going to go back in here, and that way we can pull the numbers on the other side next at a future date. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. And then we have 5 and 10. Okay, so we're gonna put that in the envelope right behind here. And when we get $500 in this envelope, we will pull the money and put in a placeholder and then put the money in the high yield savings account. So let's go ahead and see where we're at so far. Maybe we'll be able to cash condense a little bit because I don't want to keep this envelope super bulky. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, 70, nope. Oh my goodness. All right, let me do the cash condensing first. That'll be easier. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we could do 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab another 5. Okay. So now in here we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, and 93. So $293 already. That is amazing. I did not think that we would have that much money on the second week of doing this, but thanks to our side hustle stuffing, we are making amazing progress already. So that means we have $40 left to be able to do our other savings challenges. So we will, you know what, I forget that I have a paperclip on one of them, and that is where we left off. Okay. There we go. We left off at Candyland. So we can do one of these on Candyland from Save with Judy. Ooh, the challenges are sticking to it. All right, so let's go ahead and scratch one of these. Do you guys have any fun weekend plans? We do not. We are, today is actually Friday evening. Junior just got out of his cross-country practice for the day. So he is vegging out downstairs and chilling out. This is a 3, so I'm actually gonna go again because it's under 5. And that is a 2, so that makes it a perfect 5. So yeah, we are not really doing anything this weekend that I know of. So we will probably just have some family time, hang out around the house time. Maybe get the last of Junior's back to school stuff. We shall see. All right, so we're gonna put $5 in here, and this envelope now has in it 5, 10, and 15. Okay, so now we're gonna go to this one from Budget with Carly. Let me mark on there that we spent 5. Okay, so we have 35 left of our 150. We'll do another one of these. Okay, that is a 9. Okay, so I'm actually gonna take out a 1, and I will put in a 5 and a 10. Okay, and this envelope now has in it 5, 10, 15, and $16. Okay, so let me subtract the 9. And we have 26. So let's go ahead and do one of these strawberries for $10, 5 and 10. And then I will actually take out the 4 5s and put in a 20. Okay, and then I will color in one more strawberry. Okay, there we go. That is $20 colored in. Let's subtract the 10. Okay, so we have 16 left. So let's do one of these from our friend Ren over at Mischief Managed Budgets. This is a total of $65. Savings is a bright idea. I kind of like this happy yellow one up here. Let's do that. So that's a 5. Okay, so let's put in another $5. And this one has $15 in it so far. Okay, so we have 5. So we have $11 left. We can do one of these from our friend M over at Plan to Save Designs. Let's do this one right here. Okay, that is a 5. Okay, so we scratched a 5 before, which means we now have a total of $10 in here. So we'll put in another 5. Okay, so if we subtract the 5, that means we have $6 left. This one is from our friend Jerry over at One Frugal Introvert. Since this is a dice one, the top number that we can have is a 6, so we will roll 1 dice, and that way, whatever we have left, we'll put in our catch-all. And it's a 6, so we will have nothing left. Okay, so we're gonna do the 5 and the 6 in this one. We'll go ahead and color in one of the 6s. There we go. And our last $6 is going to go into here. Since the last item is actually, oh, it's not our catch-all. It's actually my Taco Bell challenge. I'll actually put the paper clip then on this one. I thought I was actually gonna not put the paper clip on since our next one was a catch-all, but since it's not a catch-all, we will start there next time. Okay, perfect. All right, so now we are done in this binder and we are going to go to our next binder. So anytime we finish a challenge in here, I'll pull from this envelope. This envelope came in the Tracy box from Golden Girl Budgets, and I filled it with $4,950 worth of savings challenges. So I know that this envelope contains all of my next savings challenges that I need to use. And so once I go through all of these and all of this and the 100 envelope challenge, we will have $10,000. And that's how I'm doing my emergency fund between this year and all of next year. So that is super awesome. I like having it all in one place. And it's kind of fun that I get to, go through all my savings challenges and not just a huge $10,000 savings challenge. So it's kind of neat because it keeps it, with the different variety of savings challenges that I have, I can keep it interesting, keep it fun. So let's go ahead and take a sip of our coffee. Okay, there we go. So now let's go to our other binder. All right, so our next challenge is my reading challenge. And this week I read Covenant of Water. It was very good. It was super, super, super long. If it was an audiobook, it was 30 hours of listening. And if it was an actual physical book, it was like over 700, 800 pages, something like that. It was very long, but it was very, very good. So I will have a picture of that on the screen that you guys could take a look at that. I did not start my next book yet. That is a 5. This challenge is from Lemon Ivy. The next book that I'm reading is actually the book club book, and it is called Atmosphere. So part of the rules for my book club is nobody in the book club can have read the book before, which kind of makes it difficult to pick because you don't know what everybody's going to like. You don't even know if it's going to be a good book. Like our last book that we read, The Paper Palace, not everybody liked it. In fact, most of us did not love it. So it's hard to pick a book that you're like, if you don't know whether you're going to like it in order to recommend it to other people, but it keeps it interesting. So my sister actually has read Atmosphere, which is the book that I picked. And I told her, I said, don't tell me anything about the book. Just tell me if you like it. And my niece was there and she goes, Mom cried. And I go, oh, you did? And she goes, she said, it takes a lot for me to rate a book 5 stars. She goes, this was an easy 5-star for me. And I'm like, really? Okay. So now I'm really, really, really excited to read the next book. But the reason why I haven't started it yet is because like I said, I listen to audiobooks while I work. The last book club book that we did, I listened to the book and then I listened to like 4 other books after that book before we had our book club meeting. And then when we were talking about it, like it was almost hard for me to recall certain details about the book because I had read 4 other books since then. So I kind of wanted to wait until a little closer to the actual book club meeting before I read the book. So that's why I decided to put that off and not read it yet. My sister, who unfortunately, with her work schedule as a flight attendant, and she's got 3 kids and she doesn't have as much time to read books as I do. So she has read the book already and she said it's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to it. All right, this is Naomi's challenge and this is from Save with Judy. We are going to actually finish this one today. So I took this $80 and I already, not only does Judy take the money from the proceeds that she gets from selling the challenge, but I wanted her to have the $80 to give to this family. So I already sent this money to Judy. I am just using this challenge to reimburse myself for that $80 that I have already spent. So I am going to do the last $20 today. Honestly, I think anytime you can do anything for children, it is absolutely something that you should do. And I felt very strongly to not only, buy this challenge to support the efforts that Judy was making to do a wonderful thing for a wonderful little girl, but to, if I have it in my budget to be able to give to the family, I'm going to try to do that. And I am lucky that at this point in my life, I am able to donate. So that is what I did. All right, so we're going to put another $20 in here, 5, 10, 15, and 20. And we are going to finish this challenge. And I should have $80 in here. So we are going to count this up. We have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80. So we have the $80. This is a completed savings challenge. So I'm going to mark 80 on here. And thank you so much, Judy, for making this challenge and for letting the community help you raise money for this little girl. I love that. I think it is such a sweet gesture to do. And she's a lucky little girl to have people in her life like you that are able to do things like that. So thank you so much. All right, guys, we are gonna put $1 in the ding, ding, ding box at the end of this video to signify this completed savings challenge. So let's go to our race around the world. This is a group play that we are doing where each of us is represented by our favorite Disney character. My favorite Disney character is Carl Fredricksen from the movie Up. We have Alex over at Allie Bear Budgets, who loves Winnie the Pooh. We have Kimmy from Beijing Girl Budgets, who loves Tiana. We have Divine Savings Co., our friend Christelle over there, who loves Ariel. We have our friend Lindsay over at Bookish Mama Budgets, who loves Figment. And I mean, how could you not? Figment is amazing. And we have Veronica over at Weekly Budgets, who loves Princess Belle. And we are on a race to Walt Disney World. So this is where our characters are racing to the world. You could do it a couple different ways. You could do it the low income way where you roll 1 dice, you save $1 for every roll. Or you can do it the high budget way where if you roll 3 dice, you save whatever you roll. And the first character to get to Walt Disney World is the winner. That is the way that I am doing this. This is a freebie. It comes with a beautiful dashboard. It is available in My Ko-fi. And we have had a couple other people reach out to us saying that if we ever did another rendition of this, that they would like to participate in it. So if you are a Disney fan YouTuber and you would be interested in this, reach out to me on Etsy or in my email. I have a link to my Etsy in the description box below, and also my email is included in there. And let me know if that's something that you're interested. Who knows if maybe we'll do another rendition of this in the future, but it is super, super fun. So we are going to roll 3 dice today and see who is on the lead to the world. So far we have Veronica over at Weekly Budgets. Princess Belle is leading the charge to the world. And we have 2 for Lindsay and 1 for Weekly. At Miss Veronica is still in the lead. Princess Belle will not let anybody take the lead here. And the way that I'm doing it is I am saving exactly what we roll. So I am going to save $16 today. That is awesome. Congratulations, Veronica. You are still in the lead. That is awesome. All right, so we are saving $16 to go into this. We are still waiting for myself, Alex over at Allie Bear Budgets, and Kimmy at Beijing Girl Budgets to even get on the board. Apparently our characters, Carl Fredricksen is an old man, so you can't blame him. And Winnie the Pooh probably has some honey. Tiana's probably in the kitchen whipping up a amazing meal. So, I can't blame her for not starting the race to the world yet. All right, so let's go to our next challenge. All right, the way that we are doing these is the back to school collab. We are just going through here and we are going to go through and do each challenge when we come to it. And then if we get to the end and we have more money, we'll go back up and start over at the next challenge. That is my savings trackers there. So I'll move those out of the way. All right, so we'll start up here at this one, and here's a list of all the collaborators that are in the back to school collab. We have Weekly Budgets, Budget with Carly, Allie Bear Budgets, Budgeting with Lysandra, Debt Free by 43, Ellie on Earth, Jamie RN Budgets, Pansy Budgets, Reynolds Budgets, Teach Save Travel, The Budgeting RT, and Toria's Budgets. And I only have a few of them in here right now. As I complete them, I'll take out these ones and I'll put in more from the other back to school collab creators. So let's start right here with Alex over at Allie Bear. And let's see, we are going to bring in our little ducky guy, and he's gonna sit up here, and we will roll a dice, and then the ones that I have circled, those are the ones that I've already been to, so I will skip those ones and I'll just go to the ones that I have not been to yet. Okay, so we have a 6, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is a 2. And I am trying to save at least $5 in each one. So I'm going to move up $2, but then I will keep going on this one. Once I get $5, I'll move to the next challenge. Okay, that is a 1, so we're gonna go right here to the 3 since that's the next one available, and then that makes $5. Okay, so we'll put those 2 back and pull up a 5. All right, put that back. I'm trying to go a little fast because, like I said, it is Friday evening, so I am losing my light. But I don't want to go so fast where I'm just feel like I'm like rushing through the challenges. All right, this next one is from Budgeting with Lysandra. Let's go ahead and do one of the roll and saves. That is a 5. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 there. And then I am also going to mark off one of these numbers and we'll do the 3. So we'll put 6, 7, 8. All right, so we'll put $8 into this one. We'll probably come back around to it, so I'm gonna leave it out. All right, the next one is from Ellie on Earth. Her beautiful vintage set for back to school. Let me go ahead and scratch one of these. That is a 2, since it's under 5, we'll go again. And that is a 3, so that is 5, so we'll stop right there. All right, so I'm gonna leave that one out because we'll probably come around to it again and we'll be able to finish it because there's only one more, so we put 5 in there now. All right, we are gonna start here with Budget with Carly. I love this one. It reminds me of those Loungefly purses with the back to school and the backpacks. It is super cute. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing like I did with Lysandra's, where I roll and do one of the numbers. The numbers are 3s, and then there's a bunch of roll and saves here. So let's see. All right, we have a 6. And then we have a 3. So that is $9 to get started on this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the challenge out and then I'll put the money in the envelope. All right, and this one from our friend Jen over at Teach Save Travel. I absolutely love this one with the numbers on how to do it. So this is, we'll do the 10, so it's 1 movement there and then 1 movement there. That is super cute. So we are going to do the 10 today, 5 and 10. We'll do the same, leave the challenge out, put the money in the envelope, just in case we come around to it again. All right, this one is from Weekly Budgets. We are going to scratch one of these. This is my baby's first day back at school with the gremlins here. Okay, that is a 3, so we'll go again. It doesn't come as a scratch off. It actually comes as a print your own, but I thought, you know, with the variety of challenges that I have with scratch off or roll and saves and like game style, I figured a scratch off one would be really cool. So I was the one that laminated it and added the scratch off stickers. Okay, and that's a 2, so that's a savings of $5 total here. Okay, so we'll leave that one out and put the 5 in the envelope. All right, this one is from Jamie RN Budgets. This is a Let's Roll for back to school. Okay, that is a 2. Since that's under 5, we'll go again. And that is a 4, so we're gonna save 6, 5, and 6. Okay, and now we come to our little shop bonuses. Anytime I come to one of these little shop bonuses, I will scratch it and then I will save the money and that will go into my IOU fund to keep IOUs away. So this one is from our friend Becca over at Becca Budgets 777. This says, Judy says to save a little more, and we have to do what Miss Judy says since she is a recovering pup from her little surgery. We wish Miss Judy the fastest recovery possible. And that is a 3, so we are gonna save $1, $2, and $3. And this is technically a completed little savings challenge, so I'm gonna put those money in there. And then this is gonna go in the completed savings challenge box, along with $1 that'll go in our ding, ding, ding box. All right, so we're gonna go back up to the beginning here, back up to Miss Alex's challenge. All right, how many numbers do we have left? We have, okay, we do have 3, 1, 1, and 3. So, you know what, let's go ahead and finish this one. We're gonna do 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and 3 is 8. Okay, so we're gonna do $8 to finish this one, and then we'll count up and see how much we saved total. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. I may actually buy some more singles off of this one just because I'm running low on the singles if I have them in here. Okay, so I do. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so I can buy a single. Okay, so this one is saved us 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. That is awesome. All right, 25 saved on that one. So this is a completed savings challenge. We're gonna paper clip this one, and then we will add it to the completed savings challenge box, and $1 to our ding, ding, ding. There we go. And we are going to replace this one with another one from the back to school collab. So let's bring in this one from Debt Free by 43. This is a save 60, so we'll add this one in there, right there. Okay. We can do this one from Budgeting with Lysandra. Let's do another roll and save, and then we'll do the 2 as well. So that's a 1. And then we're gonna save the 2, so that makes a $3 total, which is technically less than 5. So you know what? Let's go ahead and finish it. Okay, another 1 and a 1. All right, so we have 2, 1 makes 3, 4, and 5. So we're gonna add $5 to finish this one. And let's see how much this one saved us all together. This one saved us 5, 6, whoop, hold on, money's out of order here. All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and $35. That is really good. So $35 from Budgeting with Lysandra's challenge. Okay, we will paper clip this together and add it to the completed savings challenge box. The nice thing about this back to school collab is a lot of these are smaller amounts, so we really get the quick wins on that, and that is a lot of fun. All right, so we have the next one in the back to school collab, which is from Pansy Budgets. So we'll add that one to it. Okay, and we're gonna finish this one from Ellie on Earth. Let's see what the last scratcher is. That one is a 2. Okay, so we're gonna add 1 and 2. And let's see how much we saved in this one total. Should be $25. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna paper clip this together. And we are starting off August really, really strong with all these completed savings challenges. All right, so we are gonna do this one from Reynolds Budgets. This one is super cute. It is roll any dice, and then there's a little like math issue here, a math thing here where it says +1, +3, +1, +2. So you get to roll the dice and save a little bit more. Okay, then we have this one with Budget with Carly. So let's go ahead and roll the dice, and then we're gonna add 3 to it. So we have a 2, and then we'll do this 3. So that is a 5. Okay. All right, Teach, Save, Travel. We're gonna do the next highest number, which is a 9. There we go. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and weekly budgets. We're gonna do another one. That is a 1, so we're gonna go again. That is a 3, we're still under 5, so we're gonna go again. And that is a 4, so that is a total of 8. Okay, so let me see if I have 2 singles in here. Nope, I don't, okay. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so let's do another roll on this one for Jamie. Whoop, let's re-roll since it kind of landed on a thing there. All right, that's a 2. Let's see if we can re-roll since that one's under 4 or under 5. That's a 3. So that means we're gonna end this one with $5. All right, and let's see how much this one saved us all together. This one saved us 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, and $18. That is awesome. All right, so let's mark the 18. I'm gonna put it right here in the middle of his little belly. There we go. Another challenge in the back to school collab done. Another $1 to go into the ding ding ding. And another challenge from the back to school collab coming out to hang out with us. This one is from the Budgeting RT. Back to school to show my dad I'm not a fool. That one is super cute. And we are going to have to name an amount for each icon. So you know what? Let's roll a dice and see what each icon is gonna be. Each icon is gonna be $3. So we'll mark that right up there. And then we will start with that one next time because I don't think we're gonna get around to it again. All right, we have another shop bonus that we can work. Let's see, we have this one right here. This one is from our friend Alex over at Allie Bear Budgets. And that is a 5, all right. All right, so we're gonna take a 5 and we are actually gonna put that right in the IOU envelope. This is going to go into the completed savings challenge pile and $1 in the ding, ding, ding. All right, let's go back up to the beginning here. All right, we are gonna start this one from Debt Free by 43. So let's see, what do we have left? We have 5, 10, and 11. Let's see. Let's do the 11 in here since this one is 60 and there's a 9 and a 2. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do that. The 9 and the 2. Okay. There we go. So we're gonna start this one with $11 today. And that means the next time we come back, we are going to start with this one here at Pansy Budgets. Okay, and we have not started Reynolds Budgets yet. We did start Budget with Carly, and today we have a total of 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, and $14. Okay, we also started this one from Teach Save Travel, Jen, and we saved a total of $19 today. Okay, weekly budgets, we have this one, we have 2 more scratchers on it, and so far we have a total of 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, and $18. Okay. This one is a save 25. So this one we'll get started with next time. And then we have our shop bonuses there. Okay, so let's put some money into our ding, ding, ding box. Let's see how many challenges we completed today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow, that is awesome. So we have $7 more going into our ding, ding, ding box. I am gonna have to empty this out pretty soon in order to make a payment towards the cruise that I'm taking with my dad for his 80th birthday in January 2026. So you'll hear that ding, ding, ding sound right now. And there we go, $7 more to go into that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, which is on Monday for our August Santa All Year Long and August challenges. See you guys then. Bye-bye.